One of the promises that I made when I started this show was that I would personally acknowledge legitimate criticism when it's thrown my way. This acknowledgement is one of the reasons that I do live Q&As right here on YouTube as well as on Twitter and Facebook, and even sometimes when people come up to me on the street. Not only do I genuinely like hearing from you directly, but I think it's important to hear the bad feedback right along with the good. Note I said legitimate criticism there and not hysterical troll criticism. For example, I'm happy to hear from people who want me to ask questions differently or have more aggressive follow-ups or to find alternative guests or anything along those lines. Those qualify as legitimate criticism whether or not I agree with them. The people who just tell me that I'm a straight white supremacist, neo-Nazi, alt-right racist, well, let's just say that I'm a little less likely to engage with you. The battle of ideas is far more interesting to me than the battle to be first to sarcastically respond to a tweet. One criticism that I hear occasionally is that I'm actually not a real liberal and I'm secretly a conservative. Or sometimes they'll say I'm the only thing worse than a conservative, a dreaded right-winger. Now, it is true that I've been saying for months that defending my liberal principles is now a conservative position. But am I still a liberal? Do I still believe any of the things that people on the left believe? Well, since we have so many new subscribers around here, I thought I'd lay out some of my liberal cred for you in case you missed it. I'm so for gay marriage that I even married a guy. I'm pro-choice, I'm against the death penalty, I'm for a social safety net, I'm for a strong public education system, I'm for legalizing marijuana, I'm for reforming our prison system, and I'm against unnecessary wars and nation building. There's other stuff too, but I'm pretty sure I just made my point right there. Beyond any of those specific issues, though, I'm for true tolerance of opinion and thought. My liberalism is one of a live and let live attitude. This, of course, is where I diverge from the modern left. I see virtually no diversity of thought or tolerance of other opinions on the left today, just constant smearing and slandering of all intellectual opponents. Take a step back for a moment and think about your friends on the left. Are they tolerant of people who aren't for gay marriage or of people who are pro-life? These used to be just political differences, and now they are somehow a referendum on what type of person you are and whether you can be in someone's life at all. I wish this intolerance was an isolated case, but not only have I seen this type of intolerance firsthand in my life, but I hear it from you guys every single day. I get emails about marriages breaking up, lifelong friends no longer talking to each other, and people afraid to say what they think politically because of repercussions it'll have at work. And by the way, now let me reverse that. Do you know people on the right who are tolerant of people who are for gay marriage and who are pro-choice? I actually do, plenty of them, including several people who I've had on this show. When there's a disagreement, I see way more people on the right, conservatives or libertarians, more often willing to agree to disagree rather than to defriend or to smear. Could the right be better? Are there real bigots on the right? Absolutely. And are there real racists on the right? Yes, of course, without question. But by and large, these aren't the voices from the mainstream right anymore. Let's not forget, even Donald Trump got a standing ovation at the Republican National Convention when he talked about protecting LGBTQ rights. Of course, all this said, it doesn't mean that things are all right with the right now. Just in the last few weeks, Tomi Lahren was let go by the Blaze after she came out as being pro-choice, or at the very least giving a conservative explanation for abortion by saying that the government should stay out of a woman's private life. I actually agree with her rationalization here and know that that position upsets a lot of conservatives. The immediate reaction to her comments and her subsequent firing strike me as the same intolerance we're used to seeing from the left these days, not from the right. And for the record, I've invited Tomi on the show and I've invited Glenn Beck back on the show to discuss what went down between them. I hope that'll happen. I happen to like both of them, and we all of us, have views that are inconsistent with our broader ideologies. We're not robots just yet, we're still human. Oh, and yes, by the way, it is Glenn's right as a private businessman to hire and fire people as he sees fit, even if I don't agree with the reason why he did it. You know, another area which I don't fit into the traditional political box is gun control. I absolutely believe in the Second Amendment, and obviously also believe that a healthy distrust of the government is an important and key part of being an American. Democrats often make it sound like Republicans want every American wandering the streets with a weapon like we're in the old Wild West. And Republicans often make it sound like every Democrat wants to take away their right to self-defense. As for me, I believe that we have the right to bear arms, but also we have to keep these weapons out of the hands of the wrong people, and perhaps even more importantly, have a real discussion about mental health, which usually has more to do with these shootings than the weapon itself. As always, I'll keep talking about free speech, free expression, and the rights of the individual, which I believe to be the most important facets of a truly free society. Whether that makes me a libtard or a cuckservative or a right-wing maniac is for the commenters to decide.